Today we have the key to the 2023 Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS, the first ever convertible by Porsche that hit the US market. One of the most iconic 911s ever made, and actually it was born out of some cheeky innovation. And that cheeky innovation was this awesome Targa bar. Basically, the Targa bar is essentially a rollover proof bar that protected the driver. And in order for Porsche to actually sell a 911 convertible in the US back in the 60s, they needed to have some type of rollover protection. And what ended up being that rollover protection is this 911 Targa bar. They wanted to be able to have a convertible, but also keep the driver safe. And in the end, this is what they came up with. And they still make this car to this day. As the most expensive Carrera out there, the Targa is the most unique 911 by far, by and large. But it does share a lot of the same characteristics of a typical 911. Most notably, it's 3-liter flat six, pumping out about 473 horsepower and 420 pounds of torque. Just an absolutely incredible engine that was designed by Porsche in order to keep the car as unique as 911 as possible. What we also have today is some beautiful roads. That's right, we're in here up in Vermont, and we are cruising these incredible mountain roads in the Green Mountain State. And I couldn't be more excited to shred up the roads with this 911 Targa 4 GTS. One of the longest sports cars names probably ever. 911 Targa 4 GTS. I mean, it takes 5 seconds to say, and it's actually kind of funny because it gets to 60 miles per hour faster than you can actually say the name, and that's because of its all-wheel drive capabilities, in addition to this being the GTS variant, which adds slightly more horsepower, a sport exhaust, better handling, center lock wheels, and just a better driving experience. I mean, just listen to that. That flat six sings. And its wide body just hugs the road with surgical precision. You feel in control the whole time. Wow. There's not much better than this open cockpit view that you have in this 911 Targa 4 GTS. You just feel connected to the world around you, while that flat six and the sport exhaust adds some illustrious symphony to the outside. I love driving this car though, in sport or sport plus, in manual mode of course, letting that PDK shift so effortlessly and so fast. Oh yeah. Yep. The downshifts, one of the best features in this car. Oh yeah, there is the grip, and it really does hug the road so well. Want to take it to the red line every time, and that's what we do here on this channel, ShiftyStan. We take it to the red line every single time because that's what these cars were designed to do.
Can't really beat that. So let's talk about a couple other things in this car. Of course, you have this beautiful interior. I love this interior. It's an amazing interior. It's really driver focused, but at the same time doesn't sacrifice the creature comforts that you'd expect for a $200,000 sports car. Most notably, the screen, all touchscreen, what you'd expect in a modern Porsche. Plus, comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Awesome design. It works extremely well. You also have this beautiful finish across here. So this is all matte carbon fiber. You get the piano kind of lacquer down here next to the shift knob. And a lot of people don't like this shift knob. It's the little pencil shift knob thing. I actually like it. I think it's super easy to configure and use. And actually they had to go with this design in the center here because of the PDK transmission design that they took from the 991, which did a little facelift, and there you have that pencil shifter. But I must say, I like it. You know, it's not that big of a deal for me. All your buttons, all your controls in the center here, it's perfect. Then you get the center tack. I mean, I love the manual center tack. It doesn't get much better. You know exactly where you are in the RPM range. Shifts are effortless. The whole view, control, it's all there. You get these screens on the left, which is your speedometer. Can't customize that. Then on the right hand side, that's where your customization can be. You can go to the map, you can see your trip details, etc. All that's customizable. Steering wheel's awesome as well. You get these magnetic shifters, which are lovely to shift. It's got that almost tactile feeling that you'd expect from a magnetic shifter, but uniquely Porsche in the sense that it's so clean and effortless to just pull down on these shifters. I just love the feeling. Then you have your control knob. This is the hotkey that you can program, so you can make it your garage door opener, you can make it something else, you know, it's up to you. But let's be honest, it's not really about that, it's about this. Just rips. Now let's talk about some things that aren't so great about this car, and it's actually really just one thing. That is the buffeting that you experience when you're driving this car at around 50 to 60 miles an hour. The mics will probably pick this up, but basically you get this suction noise that comes more or less all around you, surrounds you, and it makes the driving at moderate speeds to be almost uncomfortable at times. So you have to either roll all the windows down, or what you can do, they do make a solution, and I'll shout out here FabSpeed. There's some other providers as well, but we have the FabSpeed anti-buffeting kit here on the side. And what this is designed to do is cut down on some of that aerodynamic frequency noise that you get with a buffet. And it does work. It works well. It doesn't eliminate everything, I'd say, but in general, it does a good job at getting rid of a lot of the noise, that suction noise that just honestly is kind of unbearable at times. But here we are. I mean, this is just the perfect road for this car. The handling is, you know, not as precise as a GT3, but it doesn't need to be. You do get the GTS rear wheel steering, and I love the rear wheel steering in this car. It makes getting in and out of a parking lot extremely easy. And also when you're hitting a turn pretty fast, pretty quick, you can feel it. The car kind of has that extra degree of turn, so it's almost like a bit of like, I wouldn't call it oversteer per se, but it does kind of enable you to take tighter turns at much faster speeds. The brakes are fine for what they are. They're Porsche brakes, 6-piston drilled in the front, 4-piston in the rear. Decent brakes. You can't get the PCCBs, I think, in this car. It might be in a exclusive request or special wishes, but it doesn't need it, honestly. I mean, unless you really track this car often, steel brakes are going to be fine, and they help you stop on a dime. But those shifts and that exhaust, which sounds great, especially some of those burbles and little, not pops I'd say, but they sound great. They really do out of that sport exhaust. And if you have the normal Targa 4 even, I'd option the sport exhaust because it does make that open air driving experience much better, much more engaging. I also thoroughly enjoy the launch control aspect in this car. Porsche makes arguably the easiest launch control system around. And we're gonna let these guys pass us so we can open it up a little bit. Yeah, Porsche makes the easiest launch control system around, and we're gonna demonstrate that right now. All you do, mash the brake, mash the accelerator, and let go. Oh my God, it is so quick. 3.3 seconds, but I bet you it's a little bit faster. So do it with me, say it. Porsche 911 Targa 4 GTS. Yeah, that was about 4 seconds. This car gets to 60 miles an hour faster than you can actually say the name of the car. I mean, that is just insane. Like this transmission. But yeah, I think that's it for a review. If you guys want to see other details on this car, they're everywhere. You can look on the Porsche website even. But this driving experience that I just provided you, I think this is a good summation of what this car can do, what this car was, born to do, designed to do. That flat six hums, that sport exhaust pops, the PDK seamlessly gets you in and out of gears, and it handles so well. So well. But yeah, I think that's it for really review here. I'm ShiftyStan. Appreciate all the views, all the likes, all the subscriptions. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button, or don't, it's fine. We're gonna keep making videos. We're gonna keep putting them out there, showing you cool cars like this in very cool scenarios and settings, like the Vermont Green Mountains. Anyways, that's it for a review. I'm ShiftyStan. Peace.